completed the site plan, the bill of materials, as well as the construction schedule. On the cover page, we have our school's name, address, as well as the Tresidio Homes logo and the Eagle Creek community marker. In our index box, we have the site's address, scope work, and the square footage of the house. Our pages are labeled A for architectural, S for structural, and C for civil construction. We have a subdivision map below the index box, the front elevation. Moving forward to the first floor plan, we have keyed off structural notes, such as 2x6 exterior siding wall, 2x4 interior wall, and 2x6 interior plumbing wall. A post-tension concrete slab for the garage floor. Windows have grille work, and some are tempered glass. Going to the second floor plan consists of the same structural materials. As a team, we decided to add a flex plan that has added windows, closet, and changed doors. A flue chase is above the furnace in the garage. There is 2x4 interior wall with batt insulation for soundproofing of the master bedroom and adjacent rooms. Going to the roof plan, we have 5-inch aluminum gutters, multiple pitches, as well as a gable roof system. And for roof venting is 1 square foot per 150 square feet of attic area. Here is Robert.
Hello, if you take a look at the screen, you see that the roof contains 4 separate roof pitches, all measured in units of inches, 4.5 over 12, 5 over 12, 6 over 12, and 9 over 12. Asphalt shingles are utilized as a roofing material. There are 2 stairs in the front and rear entrances of the home to accommodate for the raised floor system. 8-inch horizontal siding, cedar siding, and brick veneer were used as the exterior materials on the building. The pillars and garage corners have the brick veneer decorative on it. And here's Sean.
Hello, I'm Sean. I completed the foundation details, the framing plan, and the building sections. On the foundation, you can see that there is 8-inch concrete foundation walls. As a team, we concluded to add 3 12-foot by 10-inch steel beams with 2 8-inch by 8-inch concrete posts separating them to support the floor joists, the long floor joists on the left-hand side of the house. We also added a 1-foot 5-inch by 5-foot interior footing to support the transition between the floor joists and the concrete slab underneath the garage. Underneath the floor joists, there is a 24-inch crawl space with 1 square foot of ventilation per 150 square feet of floor area. On the framing plan, you can see that there are both floors that show the studs for each wall. The exterior walls are 2 by 6 studs at 16 inches on center. The plumbing walls are 2 by 6 studs at 16 inches on center as well. And the typical interior walls are 2 by 4 studs at 24 inches on center. As a team, we concluded to include a full building section that shows the stairway and other concrete work, and a wall section that shows specific wall construction. On the wall section, there you can see that there's 2 windows on both floors, a 612 roof pitch, and floor joists with the required insulation. On the full section, you can see the steel beam and concrete posts on the left-hand side and interior footing on the right-hand side, as well as the concrete foundation walls. The foundation walls include half-inch R19 batt insulation around the perimeter of the foundation wall. The hallway next to the stairwell has a changed height, ceiling height, from 9 foot to 8.5 feet. The stairwell has 6.25 inch risers and 10-inch treads. On to Matt.
Hello, my name is Nicholas. Transitioning to the site plan, you can see all utilities are set in required easements. All concrete work, including patios, sidewalks, and driveways, is shown. In addition, easements and setbacks are shown as required by the city. There is a 2/3 degree rotation of the lot and all lot work to the east. The building has a total footprint of 1,829 square feet with a total lot coverage of 24.4%. The bill of materials, consisting of 7 pages, first page shown, provides clarification of building materials, subcontractors, average prices, general markup, and labor fees used during this project. The construction schedule shows the allotted time each subcontractor has to finish their task. The project is set to start March 1st, 2017, and is scheduled to end July 17th, 2017, with allotted time for weather and work delays. And back to Sean.
As a team, we decided to include a 66% markup for labor fees and a 35% markup for air and profit margins. After the calculation of the total fees and the individual material costs, we came to a total material cost of $258,000. After a comp analysis of the surrounding area in Eagle Creek, we decided that a sales price of $285,000 was a reasonable estimate. After subtracting the total material cost and 5.5% realtor's fee, a company profit margin was calculated at approximately $38,000 with $3,000 allotted for air margin. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, we'll take them now. And we also have a set of D-size drawings to help clarify any questions.
Thank you. Great job on the presentation. You guys look very professional.
Thank you.
I'm sure these guys are going to talk a lot about the plan, so I'm going to talk about the schedule. I don't know who's responsible for the schedule. Okay. So in the schedule, probably the biggest area or the most time that it takes to actually construct a house would be what part?
In this situation, I gave it to the excavation. I believe it was the excavation and concrete work because it is starting early in the year, and depending on weather and ground conditions, excavation of the foundation may not be possible.
Okay. Framing is also a large portion of it. I think you've only given it 5 days here, so take that into consideration. Also, when you're scheduling these, a lot of things that happen on your interior, the same things can happen on the exterior. So you can get your siding and your stonework and stuff done on the exterior while you're still working on your roughings and stuff on the inside. So for next year, take that into account to run some of those things concurrently.
Thank you.
That'll actually speed up your schedule a little bit. It's a little bit long by a couple months. So thank you.
I just want to congratulate you guys. I don't think I've seen a team yet that has been all involved in the plans, so it's a great job. the question I had is mostly on the foundation. I noticed that it was sticking out of the ground about 2 feet, and I just was curious to why you had it sticking out that far, and if there was a reason for it.
Can you repeat the last part of the question, please?
Yeah, I'm just wondering why the foundation, the top of the foundation and the grade is so far.
That was because of the raised floor system. So and the crawl space is at the same level as the finished grade. So
And then, did you guys come across, did you do any research with the condition crawl at all when you were preparing for this, this project?
the what?
The condition crawl space. Did you come across any research? Did you do any research with that?
There is insulation in the crawl space for the floors. It's 38, so.
Thank you.
I think on the just to continue that, I think on the drawings, actually, you ended up putting insulation in the floor system, and it was just more of the condition crawl. There was the specifications had said about the walls, having an R19, some of the things going back and forth. But I'm going to step back and just say, wow. Not only is the presentation phenomenal, your professionalism, the set of drawings are tremendous for your level, I really will say. You put notations, you used numbers and numbering systems, so that you were able to add additional information, and that's where you start to get a little more scrutinized because you have so much information contained on the drawings, which is an absolute tremendous effort, and it's tremendously appreciated. Details, again, lots of thoughts. You didn't do just typical details, you did the atypical details, so I really need to commend that. In general, one of my favorite parts about your presentation and also the submission was the design options. Can you just expand a little bit more on maybe not only the design options that you had for things like pocket doors and a lot of other things. Was there anything else on the plan? It was also your descriptions of why to add more light and do a lot of other things and make it easier for people to utilize the home. Please explain then also, was there anything else that you'd make any recommendations for?
I did the design options, and thank you. I added a closet in the bonus room because I thought maybe the customer wants a guest bedroom instead of just a bonus room. And a closet is more storage. Everyone needs more storage. And then also, in our packet, there was a window in the mud closet where the toilet is, and the other paper of the foundation. Give me a second. On the floor plan, there was a window and there wasn't a window. So I decided to make one without the window and one with the window. With that, I thought about also keying in the notes, because as you can see, our regular floor plan is very dimensioned and it doesn't have a lot of room for other notes on it, so I also created the design option to figure in what needs to be keyed in as well. Thank you.
Excellent. And by the way, I live in the Northeast Corridor, and so I understand most builders actually end up not only creating a niche for customization and something special for their customers by creating options and different things of that nature, but everybody lives differently. And they also typically can make a large amount of their profit by creating some of those design options. So thank you.
Okay, good job. I enjoyed your plans. I enjoyed your presentation. impressed for, again, a students of your age. My questions are going to focus in on the window and door schedules. Who did the window and door schedules? Okay. You have when I do a window and door schedule, I typically will either number the windows and letter the doors, or vice versa. Okay. However, you have the schedule and you have an opening ID number, but there is no such number on your plan. Okay. Now, like I'm looking here, it says 48 by 36 slider. There's another comment while I'm looking at it. Try to blow up your font just a little bit, especially when you're reducing down to this size. That's what people have a harder time seeing some of this stuff. Anyway, but what I'm looking at, it says 48 by 36 slider, and it has opening ID number 1. So I should be able to go to my plan and find out where window number 1 is, rather than hunting around for the 48 by 36 slider. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I have one question about the window by the master bedroom tub. Okay? You see it?
Yeah.
Is there anything special about that window?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, that should be tempered glass. Okay, with that tub right next to the window, there is a code that says that must be tempered glass. Somebody step up out of the tub or step up in the tub and then slip and fall. It's one thing when you fall against the wall, it's another thing when you fall against the window. Thank you.
The wall sections show 9-foot ceiling. And what you have to be very careful of is your estimate shows your pre-cut studs for 8'8" and 5'8". And the carpenters get to the job site and he's going to go, oh, they want these down to 9 foot, because normally those are 9 foot 1 and 1/8. So he's going to take your whole pile of pre-cut studs and put them shorter so he can get down to a 9-foot ceiling height. So be very careful when you label that wall. That's a 9-foot ceiling. That's a 9'1" and 1/8. The framing depends where your ticks are. So be very careful if it goes from sub to sub. Otherwise, your carpenters will come stud on you to get that 9 foot, and it will waste labor. Your steel beam in the basement, in that crawl space area, you pocketed it up into the floor, put joist hangers on both sides. Why didn't you just put it underneath the floor?
I was looking for different ways to include that in there, and putting it in between the floor joists, it seemed like a better.
I didn't want to put you on the spot. There's different ways of doing everything, and it was just a different way of doing it. But when you do that, just be very careful. Like to pocket it up, you have to put joist hangers, and you've got a span of 15 feet. That joist is going to deflect 1/2 inch. What happens in a joist pocket when a board deflects? Is it going to want to cradle like this?
I believe so.
The joist actually creates a smiley face. The bottom reaction slides. This way the top reduces, the bottom extends. And by doing that, that floor is going to squeak in those pockets. So it'd be a lot easier, cheaper to put it on top to save some labor and also to remove that squeaky point. But there's really nothing wrong. It was your choice and it works. The details are great. I can follow and build this off your details. So great job.
Thank you.
Great job. We're pretty much out of time here, so I'll just give you a couple comments. I thought, I'll echo the comments of everybody else. Really impressive job. I think that one of the hardest things about working with other people is working with other people, right? Collaboration is difficult. If one person could do the full set of plans then it would all be consistent, things like that, but it often doesn't work that way, right? And so that would be my piece of feedback, I guess, would just be consistency, and as one person works on one part, making sure that it talks to the other parts. To give you an example, on the floor plan in the great room, it shows a 3 foot by 6 foot windows in the back. The window schedule says 2.5 by 5, and the elevations show 4 by 6 for that same window. So we have 3 spots in the plans where the same window is called out 3 different ways, and it's the tricky part about collaboration, right? But that's where you've got to be in the details and checking, and you can't assume that your part of the plan is going to talk to somebody else's part of the plan. But overall, great job, and thanks for putting it together for us.